国際的な会議ということなんで、英語で、ここにあります。議事進行させていただきます。Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is George Kunihiro, and I'm your host, MC, but also I am the Director General of this event. So I'd like to welcome you to, what's this? まだこの前に。俺の名前なんか出したでしょうか。Okay. I don't want my name up there yet. It's more like this is an event that we are welcoming the delegation from Lithuania, Association of Lithuanian Architects of Lithuania. And today we are conducting a review, a mini review, and also sort of, I guess, reminiscence of the past and having the past participants of this event here as guests, and they will kind of share their stories about their experience in the past. And so I'd like to welcome you here, and I'd like to sort of talk about the history of this EAST-EAST. It all began with sort of a friendship between our member, past President Taro Ashwara. At that time, please stand up. At that time, he was not the president yet. He was a member, and also we were sort of younger. And he had a friendship with the second ambassador to a Lithuanian ambassador to Japan, Dainius, Mr. Dainius Kamaï Tiss, who graduated as an architect. And so they met in the sort of international community here, and he wanted to have, as the ambassador, to establish some sort of, not some sort of relationship, using some platform, and that platform was architecture. And so he approached Taro and Mr. Ashwara, and this EAST-EAST event was born. And East, as you know, we talked about east of Europe is Lithuania, and east of the world, the farthest, is Japan. So the name came as EAST-EAST architecture event. In 2002, we had our first EAST-EAST1. Then 2009, we had our second EAST-EAST. And then in 2011, when Taro Ashwara was the president of the JIA, we had the World Congress of Architecture here in Tokyo. And that year, we invited the Lithuanians to come to do this event, EAST-3 in Tokyo, with workshops and whatnot, and had an exhibition in Tokyo Station of their work and our work. Then 2013 was the fourth event. So today is 2022, so 9 years later, we are having another event, and we have, like I said, all of you, including the new group who we will be introducing, led by a younger generation of architects and the leaders and the students. And so today we will have this sort of mini review with lots of stories to be told. So I'd like to start the event at this moment. And so you can change and quickly move on, because I finished with this. Okay. And so with this, I'd like to introduce our president of Japan Institute of Architects, architect Mr. Naomi Sato, to give the word. All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kurugira. My name is Naomi Sato, a new JIA president, and I'd like to make a greeting message to you who are from Lithuania. And I think this event is very, very meaningful, exchanging the ideas and cultures in between the two countries. And East Edge, edge means sort of rural, means rural at one sense, but the other sense is very extremely stimulus or edge. Many things are happening in the edge condition. So your country has a very impressed, the cultures, the same as my country. And this event was started, as he introduced, 2002, 20 years ago. And 3 years later, we had Expo 2005 at Aichi. And your exhibition and building is very simple box. But when I was getting the space, and the exhibition itself is very, very impressed and intriguing exhibition. It's kind of a DNA derived from the idea. It's come from the DNA, the double link, and the link is made of sort of 1.2 meter wide or 1.5 meter, with flat, curved panel going this way. And on this curved panel, you had a whole bunch of images of your countries, and this exhibition itself is very, very futuristic, and also the idea of showing the images is also very intriguing. So I didn't know much about your country, but it's so interesting things, and this country must be must have a very good and high level of culture, so that maybe 2002 this EAST-EAST event maybe continues to the 205 exhibitions. So I think this time, over 9 years absence, and we started again this event, and the 10 young architects and also 10 students goes to your country and having workshops and exchanging ideas. This is also new start of architectural stimulation or architectural events. So the workshop is already, I heard that the workshop is already started, so it's going to be, I hope it's going to be very fruitful. And 1 month later, the main event will happen in your country, and that will be also fruitful for both countries. And tonight we have a short introducing event, so we should share the opinions and have a good time and exchange those things. Thank you very much for coming to this country.
Thank you, Mr. Naomi Sato, our president. Next, we have representative from the Republic of Lithuania. We went today to have a visit to the embassy, and so we have for our guest from the Embassy of the Republic of Lithuania, the third secretary, Mr. Rokas Danilevičius, for you. Welcome, please welcome Mr. Danilevičius.
Thank you all for welcoming us and doing this amazing project between architects of Lithuania and Japan for such a long time. And it's one of the longest projects Lithuania and Japan have in arts and science, let's say. And I think it's amazing it happens to be continuing ever since, and it has some regularity and I think a creative edge to it, not only a formal edge, so the students can learn and exchange the ideas between the countries. And of course, at the institutional level, I think it's as well important to have these projects at such scale so we can get other things going between the countries. So as well, other countries see it as an example of successful cooperation between Lithuania and Japan, and some get inspired to do other projects. And I think Lithuania and Japan have some things in common regarding architecture and their thinking about lifestyle and urban design, and some things to exchange, like I think common goals, let's say. Of course, sustainability is a huge common goal now, that Japan has a lot of focus on sustainable development goals, and as well on the European side we have a lot of policies of the European Union, and as well the country itself I think is one of the leading ones in sustainable design and sustainable operation of buildings. So of course it's energy, and energy is a huge topic now, so sustainability can lead to energy efficiency, so let's say the buildings are more efficient, warmer and so on, and one by one the buildings contribute to more efficient country, efficient regions, and then the energy use is lower, and we're more independent and more safe from energy crisis, I believe. And of course there's some very visual things our region and Japan have in common, so maybe sort of minimalistic design is getting quite big in Europe, and even there's a sort of fusion like Japan-D, like Japanese Scandinavian design fusion, which many people found very appealing recently, especially for interior design and some decoration. So I think few people which in the developed country, they had this phase where they were newly rich and they had the money to do fancy, very luxurious apartments and houses, but then they're a bit beyond that and they want something refined and more minimal, and as well inspired by Japan maybe. So I think there's a lot of these visual things that are common. And finally, like getting closer to the present day, there's a huge challenge of a lot of things, the financial crisis and war in Ukraine and COVID and in general climate crisis. And there's many places people have to rebuild places from scratch, and it can be done better than it was done initially. So as we talked with you in the embassy, reconstruction and recovery is a big common denominator between Japan and Lithuania. So I think there are many projects in upcoming years in Ukraine after the war that countries as Japan can bring a lot of their architecture philosophy into building better cities, better buildings. So I think that's one of the common goals, to rebuild better than it was before. And hopefully the students and the senior architects and companies together, they can work to find solutions to these problems and make the future better for all of us in Japan and Lithuania and Europe. So thank you for inviting me, and have a good event, and hopefully this cooperation continues further.
Thank you so much. And it's such an encouraging words from the government of the Republic of Lithuania. Thank you so much for your words. Next, I'd like to introduce the members of this EAST-5 team, so to speak, on both sides. I will call your name one by one, so at that moment, please stand up and be recognized. First, from the Lithuanian side. Very small. Oh, I cannot read. First of all, the leader is, of course, Gintaras Balcitis. Mr. Gintaras, about cities. He is the leader, and of course, we've been together since 2002. Yes, thank you so much. He'll be giving greetings a little bit later. Next is the team that is on the Lithuanian side, really organizing the event here. Next is Paulius Vaitekunas. Sorry, very difficult. Paulius, thank you. Next is Martinez Marozas.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he's in charge of the workshop. Then Victoria Marozenia. Yes, she's Marozenia. Then we have Yautra Bernotaitia. Yes. Then we have, last but not least, Andreas Loboras. Yes, Andreas. And of course, he has been here before. He had worked for Mr. Kengokuma, and of course, as a student of Professor Ono a while back. Welcome back. Now, on the Japan side, I would like to introduce first the leader of this group, Osamu Nishida, professor. And then we have Shinichi Kawakatsu. Yes. Then we have Kei Kaiho. Then we have one more who Yasutaka Yoshimura cannot be here today, but those four are organizing the exhibit, the forum, the student workshop, and what else? Then there's another one. But anyways, 4 events. And of course, on the Lithuanian side, the younger architects that I introduced are in that team. Then we have other participants here. We have Kozo Kadawaki, who is a very busy man, busy professor, and he's going to be in Europe and is now able to join. We were worried about you, but you'll be in this group. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes. Then we have Eri Tsugawa is probably not here. Yeah, she's busy. Then, well, we're all busy, but of course she's probably more busy at the moment, yes. Then we have Kenichi Teramoto. Yes, we welcome. I don't know, maybe he's a Middle East person, but he has been in Dubai for many years, of course in Europe, and he's a very active architect. Welcome, and he's on a team. Then we have Miho Tominaga. Yes. She is, I just met her, this generation thing, I just met her, and she's a very busy architect. But she's here. She has 10 people working for her, so, that is a sign of busyness. Thank you. Welcome to the team. Then we have, he's not here, Shingo. Shingo here? Oh, yes. Oh, okay, Shingo Masuda. Yes, okay. He is looking older now. I haven't seen him in a little bit, yes. So we have him. And then I met this young architect lady, Suzuko Yamada. She's also busy. So we have, I'm not busy, so that's why I'm just saying that you're all busy. But anyways, we have, like I said, Yasutaka Yoshimura, and we have altogether 10 architects. Oh, also, one architect, Nosaku, Fuminori Nosaku, he is not here today. He's not in Tokyo, so he is missing at the moment. Okay, so this is the team that will be going to Lithuania, to Kaunas, and we'll be meeting 16 architects, is that 10 architects and 16 exhibited architects there. And so it'll be good to kind of introduce each other after this session's over. And now we have a review here. We have a review for 25 minutes. And we would like to ask you to make sure that you don't go over 2.5 minutes. It's very important, I think. And but first, we'd like to show the video message of two architects who cannot, or actually two architects, one architect and one ambassador, former ambassador, who cannot be here today. The first is Professor Nobuaki Furuya, who all Japanese architects know, and of course he was in the first EAST-EAST1. And so please roll the video.
Hi, dear class, dear colleagues, good evening. I'm sorry that I couldn't come this evening in your party because I'm away from Tokyo. So please forgive me to give you a few words through this video message. I'm still working and teaching in Waseda University, and as always, I'm really busy working for several parties in Japan. And this time, it's my really good pleasure to introduce our younger colleagues to join our event between Lithuania and Japan. Almost many years ago, it was a really good time to stay in your country. So this time, please enjoy and have a good stay in Japan. And I really hope this opportunity to be developed to further more rich communication amongst us. So please enjoy again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Nobuaki Furuya. And then we have, of course, the originator of this event, EAST-EAST architecture event, the former Republic of Lithuania ambassador to Japan, Mr. Dainius Kamaitis, to give message all the way from, I guess, Vilnius at this moment. He's in the capital city.
日本建築協会佐藤会長、六歯科 JIA 前会長、日本の建築家およびリトアニアの建築家の皆様、こんにちは。前駐日リトアニア大使のカマイティスでございます。よろしくお願いいたします。Let me now continue in English as the audience today is mixed. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers of EAST-EAST Mini Review for giving me this opportunity to send my best regards to all of you, even if only by video. I feel greatly excited that EAST-EAST is still alive and kicking, and that Lithuanian and Japanese architects will soon meet for the 5th edition of this event. Speaking of its inception, it happened exactly 20 years ago. Indeed, time flies. When I tried to bring Lithuanian and Japanese architects together for the first time. One small observation. In the program for today's meeting, I noticed the word Hatsu Ansha next to my name, which would mean originator in English. I feel honored by that, I really do. But EAST-EAST would not have been born without the enthusiastic support of the Lithuanian Association of Architects and the JIA. So my role was more of kagemusha, or someone operating behind the scenes. I would also like to say a big word of thanks to Mr. Ashihara, who was Vice President of the JIA back then in 2002 and did his best to put together a Japanese team, which was a remarkable success. Believe me, Lithuania had never seen before 7 samurais dressed in black and dancing in the local disco. So that's how it all started. And I wish EAST-EAST to continue for many years to come. In concluding my remarks, may I add that I'm looking forward to meeting you soon in Kaunas. そして皆様のご健勝とご活躍を記念いたしまして、私の挨拶とさせていただきます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamaitis. Really is a wonderful message. And next, we have, as Mr. Kamaitis had mentioned, the Japan side of this originator, so to speak, that really made this happen is at that moment, at that time, was the vice president of JIA, and later on became the legendary president of JIA, Mr. Taro Ashihara.
All right.
Please come up and give a message.
So, good evening, everyone. And Giンタラス, welcome to Japan, and also cultural delegates from Lithuania. Welcome to Tokyo. So I was very happy to have this kind of occasion, and also I just want to tell you some beautiful memory of EAST-EAST1. When we visited Kaunas, we met a huge welcome from the Lithuanian people. The opening of the ceremony, we met ambassador of Lithuania. He attended our ceremony. And also TV and newspaper. We were on the TV and newspaper, so we became very famous in Kaunas. Not only the dancing, but also as a 7 samurais, because 11 architects we participated, but unfortunately only 7 can participate in the real event. So we were famous 7 samurais from Japan. So I understand the Lithuanian people's huge, enthusiasm to cultural exchange with Japan. We were very happy, and we had a really nice time. And then another memory of the EAST-3 was year 2011. We were organizing UIA year 2011 Tokyo Congress. At that time, EAST-3 was designed or regarded as a pre-event of the UIA 2011 event. So, but unfortunately, we had a huge, big earthquake in Tohoku area, 2011 March 11th, 2011 March 11th. So we were worried about radioactive contamination. Radio. So is that true? Okay. But we really worried. But the Lithuanian architects said, we are going to Tokyo. And we welcomed them. And how many architects at that time? You have 7? Giin-Tara, you came for the year 2011, and something like 7 Lithuanian architects arrived. But I really surprised. They brought a Geiger counter, which I have never seen. Because they worry, but they understand we are the professionals. We should decide with evidence, and then we should decide by ourselves. We really respect you. And we Japanese people feel very happy, and our architectural friend from Lithuania came to Japan in such a terrible situation. But because of that, we can realize UIA 2011 Congress in October of the 2011. So, and 6,000 architects from all over the world gathered. And then we had the declaration of the year 2011 Tokyo. beyond the disaster, through the solidarity, toward the sustainability. So the disaster is a big earthquake or war or how do you say, coronavirus. We should meet various kind of disaster or troubles, but we have to conquer and we have to win with the solidarity and toward the sustainability for the people in this world. So we really have a good memory with the EAST-EAST event. So anyway, so EAST-EAST5 is going on, and after history is more than 20 years. So we are very happy, and also the theme of the EAST-EAST5 is recovery. It's very, it means like means same as UIA declaration. So I'm really looking forward to the EAST-EAST5. So, thank you very much. And then, if there is some time, I can have some more time? Sure, really? So I just want to mention about Dainius Kamaitis, because you know the family story of Kamaitis? Maybe you don't know. Kamaitis' father is an architect, and during the Soviet-Russia era, he got the prize to come to Japan, and then the father talked to the son how the Japanese culture or Japanese architecture is beautiful and nice. And then Kamaitis, you listen to him, he speaks Japanese. When he studied Japanese when he was very young, and then he became an architect in Lithuania, and then year 1990, a very important year for the Lithuania, I think, Lithuania became independent. And the new government, to form the new government, Lithuanian government makes some research all around the country with various kind of talent, people they're looking for. And the Kamaitis was found as he can speak Japanese and he knows about Japan. So Mr. Kamaitis becomes a diplomat. And then he came to Japan to open the embassy of Tokyo. And then he was thinking to have some cultural event with cultural exchange with Japan and Lithuania. And he invented or he created the EAST-EAST event. That is the story. So I think the Kamaitis' father and the son is deep emotion for the cultural exchange is based on this EAST-EAST event, I think. So I really want to keep on this kind of event for the next 20 years, I hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paolo. Thank you so much. Next, we have from the Lithuanian side a word of greetings from Mr. Gintaras Balčytis, who is on the Lithuanian side, the Curator General. So please welcome Mr. Balčytis.
Okay, dear colleagues, today we have a great event. Actually, 20 years. It's actually, you should compare, is it big amount or it's a very short period? Yeah, but during 20 years, actually we made 4 international events, and Lithuania, very small country, we are just 2.8 million people, and Japan with how many? 120 million, or maybe more even. Yeah, but Lithuania, the small country, we have only Lithuania in European Union have so long experience with Japanese architects. And it's amazing that we are here, and you know, after 10 years, or maybe more, I met my colleagues, friends, yeah, George, Kunihiro, Taro, Shigara, and others here. It's fine, you know, I would like actually pay attention more to a human being and actually architects, we are cooperate together. And EAST-EAST said, we were here in Japan 11 years ago, and we opened an exhibition here together with our students, and amazing exhibition with Lithuanian and Japanese architects. So EAST-EAST, it was, you know, we participated in so huge area with so many spectators, yeah? They saw our exhibition, it's fine. And of course, we met our old friends, you know, Taro Shigara and Fukimiko Make, yeah? In 2002, Fukimiko Make was like a miracle. He was in Kaunas and talked with young Lithuanian architects. So it is, here we have a picture in Lithuanian embassy during the event. Yeah, the next one, slide. And yeah, it's our team, together Lithuanians and then Japanese architects and students in the Lithuanian embassy in Japan. Next event, yeah, it's next slide, please. And here we have EAST-EAST4. Actually, it happened in 2013. You know, we organizing Kaunas Architecture Festival every 3 years. And this event actually was in Kaunas Architecture Festival program. And Japanese architects with Lithuanian colleagues, we met Kaunas mayor in a municipality area. As in every EAST-EAST event, we have, as you know, students workshop, discussions about architecture in our huge arena, and exhibition. And you know, it was also like a miracle because Mr. Nishilava from Sana, he was in Kaunas and was a keynote for Japanese side. You know, the arena was crowded actually. And our exhibition, yeah. But you know, I would like to spend a few minutes, if I am here, and to show some printed books. I don't know, do you know them? It's EAST-EAST catalog for exhibition, yeah. And you know, I found in my office also a catalog for EAST-EAST3 in Japan. Yeah, it's a students' workshop catalog. Yeah, it's also for you. And we have a book of event, Kaunas Architecture Festival, and of course a huge part of this event was Japanese. We had interview with Sana, and of course a lot of amazing pictures from the event, and also students' catalog, so it's very shortly. And now we would like, you know, good occasion to make some small presents. And you know, I have a book from Kronos interior architecture. We are famous for interior architecture in Kronos. Now we are knocking to UNESCO gates with our architecture, and this book is about architecture, and it's marking 20 years of Lithuania-Japan collaboration. It's just a greeting from Kronos. So I'm sure you have a library in your association. So please take this book and put it to your library. Yeah. And another book, a president of our association, Ruta Leitenante, she asked to take this book. It's a catalog of Lithuanian architecture from 2020, and with huge greetings also will be to your library, another one book. Yeah. And of course, those books also for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Since we have gotten the books, catalogs from the Lithuanian side, our President Sato has the gift to the Lithuanians. Mr. Sato, please. Gintras. And there are more books that needs to be distributed, but just for information, these are catalogs, bilingual catalogs of some of the works of carpenters and traditional carpenters and whatnot. And also a book on Mr. Kenzo Tange and children's world design, yeah? So exchange is going on. In the meantime, we will have a break, but before that, I'd like to come down to the stage and hear some comments from the architects who are going to Lithuania, some of the Japanese member teams, the younger teams, especially the leader, Osamu Nishida, who is about to go to sleep. But you look sleepy, okay? Okay, maybe you can wake up and give some words.
Thank you very much. This time, that's a very good chance to communication for architecture, not only communication for architecture, but also the lifestyle or think about the recovery. So that is a very these 2 or 3 years we have the COVID, so there's no chance to input from the other country in Japan. So there is a good for Japan architecture and Japan student. There's a nice occasion. And European capital of culture, that is a very nice case, I think. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Osamu. Thank you. Next, we're going to come down to, let's say, Martinez, okay, let's get to him. And he talks a lot, he says, so we'll hear some few words, okay.
Thank you. And then I become speechless. This is what happens. And maybe I'll just. I'm first time in Japan, first time in Tokyo, first time I see most of you people, and maybe it's the first time I make a short speech. So, once I was 3 years old, no, I'm not gonna start there. I really would like to thank for the opportunity, also to thank for brilliant, let's say, co-organizers of a workshop from Japanese side. Without your, let's say, without your input, this workshop wouldn't have been what it actually become. I think we had a really good sessions. We all had a very good input, and the result is also very nice, which is also was a responsibility of students. So thank you, and I'm very looking forward to discussing you a little bit more about architecture, about recovery, about many things that are happening all around the world during dinner or during this event. So thank you.
Thank you so much. The counterpart of this workshop, where's Kate? Okay.
Hello, I'm Kei. I hope. I'm now very excited and very honored to join this event. Actually, I'm in charge of managing the workshop, student workshop, and there are very young students over there. And last week we did the online workshop, and they did a good job, great job. And I realized the importance to inherit the history, because I'm really excited. It's almost funny for me. There are the greatest architect in front of me. It's almost joking for me. So I really realized the importance to inherit the history from the legend architect to the younger generation. So I think somehow I will find something, discover something when we go to the Lithuania and tell somebody more younger generation. That's my task.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I just want 6 members, or maybe 7, of this organizing group to give some words of Paulius. You are. Exhibition.
Hello, my name is Paulus, and I am curating, along with Shinichi, exhibition, which will take place in Kaunas Central Post Office building, which is a modernistic building constructed in 1931, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna be exhibiting 10 Japanese architects presenting 2 projects each, and 16 Lithuanian architects presenting 20 projects altogether. The exhibition will take place, will be open to the public for a month, and after the exhibition, all the materials and models we're planning to gift to the archives of Lithuanian Architecture Center. Shortly, that's about it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Really, they've been working very, very hard. And the Japanese side, coming from Kyoto, Shinichi Kawakatsu. Okay.
Hello, I'm very appreciated to join this event as curator, because I am not the architect. So this time, this EAST-5 new point is we have the whole theme, recovery, and to combine the workshop and exhibition and forum at the same theme. So I think it's very good point to make our event more aggressive and good meaning. So yeah, so I'm very happy to join this event as curator, and I want to work for this great young architects this time, and for Lithuanian the architects and the papers. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then now we have here Paul. Andreas.
Hi, thanks for having us here. Yeah, I'm working on the forum, but maybe as I was introduced that yeah, I was a student for honor sensei, but at first I was my first real exposure to Japan was EAST-EAST event in 2013, when I was also a part of the team of Tezuka-san. So it's nice to meet everybody here again. And then, yeah, after that workshop, several years later, I came to Todai to honor sensei, and then now again, several years later, or even a bit more, I'm coming here as a part of EAST-EAST, I don't know, delegation. So I think it's interesting how this project connects everybody and how it works together. So you see the same people somehow all the time. So I hope the students who will participate now, it will do the same for them. So they will come maybe in 20 years later, and then they will have this exchange. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I'd like to introduce the member who was busy working, but decided less busy and decided to come. Eddie yes, we introduced everybody, and you're the only one because you were busy. So now you're okay. Please stand up and say hello.
Sorry for it.
Yes. No, just say hello and you can sit down. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, now we would like to take a few-minute break, maybe 3 minutes, and then we'll start again. So if you need to go freshen up, please do. We'll start in 7:25, at 7:25. We'll continue with some I guess, reminiscence of some memories and whatnot. And also, well, actually a review time. First, we have a video message from Professor Masami Kobayashi, who is not here. He's doing a workshop in another location. So maybe you can roll the video message.
Hello, everyone. This is Masami Kobayashi, architect and a professor at Meiji University in Japan. And I joined the students' workshop in EAST-3, which was held in 2011 in Tokyo, when there was a heavy earthquake at Tohoku area. Sorry today, I need to attend another students' design workshop in a local city now. Welcome, Mr. Gintaras and other leading architects from Lithuania, and also congratulations that EAST-5 architecture event will be held in Kaunas this September. And I also hope the architects and students from Japan will enjoy the architecture event in Lithuania this September. The workshop of EAST-EAST3 was held between the end of May and early June of 2011 at Ginta TS building. And the project were exhibited at the underground of Gyoko Street of Tokyo Station. 10 Lithuanian and 11 Japanese students joined to create and attractive in the district in central Tokyo with the idea of wonderful new urban interventions. The final proposal was very successful, and I hope the students from Japan will well collaborate with the Lithuanian students and create a wonderful project together. I hope the EAST-EAST5 events will be also successful this time, and I bet Mr. George Kunihiro and Taro Ashihara and other architects will make it. Thank you.
So he was responsible for the workshop when the Lithuanians were here in 2011. It was a wonderful gathering. Next we have, of course, it just gave us a few words, but again, here formally, Andreas Ropolas, who again was in the workshop and also now the curator of this event. So Andreas, again, you have the stage.
Thank you. Yeah, we could go, yeah. I think you will, yes, I think you will recognize all of the people, or most of the people in these pictures. You can turn probably also the next slide, I think. Next slide. Yeah, also with some local Lithuanian architects having a beer. So, in EAST-EAST2 has been held in 2009, and the theme of the workshop was one abandoned industrial site in Vilnius. And during the workshop, I was also a student. Could we go to the next slide? Oh, and maybe go to the last slide. Oh, it's me, and you see my team, and yeah. And the theme of the workshop was one abandoned industrial site in Vilnius. And during the workshop, we didn't know much. We thought we were just having fun. We proposed something, and we thought maybe it's one of those areas where it's nice to imagine something, but nothing will come out of it. And now, 20 years later, not 20 years, 13 years later, this area is like the example of urban development in Lithuania. It's a very successful area. For Lithuanians, it's called Paupys. So did EAST-EAST2 help to make it happen, a better area? I don't know, probably not. But I think what EAST-EAST2 did is has put some emphasis on the importance of the area, that the Japanese are coming here, we're doing this international collaboration about this area, so I think maybe it helped also to have bigger exposure. And now it's a great site to visit. So I hope that other workshops, and this one, which is happening now, will do the same. And maybe in, I don't know, 15 years time, we can look back again at these funny photos and then say, oh, we worked on this 15 years ago, and now there's a great project being developed. And we were kind of the first one to notice that maybe it's a potential site to work on. So yeah, thank you, and yeah, I hope to see great results from future workshops.
Thank you. That's the history of this event. Once a student, then now the curator. So this goes on, and I hope the younger generation of architects, the Japanese side from Osamu Nishida and everybody else, really, our wish is to continue, and we just pass it on to you, and so we can retire. Okay. Next, we have my colleague here, Mr. Ken Yokogawa, who has participated in 3, 1, 2, 3, EAST-EAST. Okay, Mr. Ken Yokogawa.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you invite me to be here. I'm Ken Yokogawa, architect. Oh no, but it tells EAST-EAST 1, 2, 3, but it's not true, I think. And okay, first of all, I show you my little work. of my architecture. This is a brand new architecture of my work. I call this architecture named the Twist. It's a small apartment, 4 stories high, but also first floor and the basement is my atelier. So just moved here last month. So okay, and this tells the twist shape of the the architecture. Okay, and this is the basement of the my atelier. Okay, and yeah, I'm sure I visited to Lithuanian country, but I don't know when. So I don't remember when I've been there because my brain is so broken, and also the memory is slipped out. But so I try to find when I visited. So from my diary, so it tells it's July, beginning of July, 2009. Only once that period I went there. So twice. Was that? It's 2. Yeah. Okay. Next. So, okay. Hi. Yeah. This is my photo. It's a Lithuanian. I think. How to say? Kaunas? Kaunas? Okay. Airport. Oh, okay. Next one. Okay. So I'm sure I know that this country is very beautiful and good evening. Okay, and next. Yeah, this is the time of the event of with Taro Ashihara, and next one. Yeah. So yeah, this is it. It's a 2009 and the EAST-EAST2. That's right. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure I'm definitely when the visit to your country. That's why I'm here. Thank you. I'll tell them. Achu.
Thank you. But actually, Ken, you were participating. You didn't go to Kaunas or Vilnius in 1 and 3, but 3 is 2011, and you exhibited in Tokyo. So you participated.
Oh, okay.
And in 1, you didn't go, but you were member of the whole group. Okay, so you have participated in 1, 2, and 3. We have the record because Yumi Zoraku has been she's an architect and a member of the JIA, but she had been for a long time the secretary of Taro Ashihara since 2000, and she has all the records in her file. So when we started, we have the record. So
now I understood.
Okay, so you just trust us that you were participating. Okay. Next, we have Professor Emeritus of Tokyo University, Hidetoshi Ono, who has participated in 1 and 3.
Good evening. In my case, I joined the first visit to JIA. Only 1 month. 3. Tokyo, yes. Okay. And I was so stupid. I didn't prepare any photos of Lithuania. I'm sorry. But my first visit to Lithuania was very, very interesting. Especially, one thing is the disco on the and the other thing is visit kind of the outdoor museum of the folk house. This was very, very nice place. And I found so many interesting houses and farmhouses, and all made from natural materials. Very interesting place. Is it still a day? Yeah, I like to go there again. 20 years. The first visit is in 2002, so we have 20 years. 20 years, very long, and many things happen around me. I already retired from the university, and I moved my office from bigger building to a smaller building, and many things. And one thing is that I got a job, the commission from the JIA, Japanese International Cooperation Agency or something, government organization, who asked me to be design 4 buildings for the Indian University in Hyderabad. So this is my another East and East the communication. I have 4 buildings. The first one, go back please. First one is the International Guest House. It houses the researchers and professors and students visiting to this university. Next please. And I painted this red. The name of this color in Japanese is Bengala, you know. Today I found that Bengala is something to do with Bengal. So I checked the wiki. The imagination was right. In the Edo period, Japan imported this color from India through the Portuguese merchants. Portuguese called Bengala. Then we use this name. So this is an unintentional happening, but actually we have some similar common grounds between India and Japan. We are using the same color, we like same color. Go ahead, please. Next one is a sports cultural complex. It houses the bigger stadium and smaller stadium and exercise stadium and pool and outdoor theater and I don't know. I forget the name of the ball game. Cricket, yes. They love it. Go ahead, please. I'm using the curved triangle house, the roof shape. This roof type is what they call Bengal roof. And structurally, this is the folded plate system. All the structure is made from the concrete, reinforced concrete. We propose a steel structure, but steel structure is very expensive in India. They like to use concrete. Manpower is quite cheap there. Go ahead, please. And the third one is the Congress Hall. This is the assemblage of the different size of rectangular buildings with bigger eaves. And eaves create this kind of public space. Go ahead, please. In this conference center, they asked us to design a Japanese garden. But Japanese garden usually using moss. Moss is only grown in a humid environment. But this place is Hyderabad is Deccan Plateau. It's quite dry place. So I used this the inlay marble plate. This is the local technique to create a very beautiful tiles. This is Seigaiha. This came from China. And I put the natural rocks on it, creating the natural Japanese garden. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so, at this moment, I'd like to introduce the students. But I need glasses because the name is very small. じゃあ、名前を呼ばれたら、ちょっと起立してこんにちはとか言ってください。First, 秋葉清水。Yes. Next is Naoki Kitagaki. Naoki Kitagaki is not here. Keika Sato is not here. Motoki Susa is not here. It's like a school. It's like, what is this? Class. Erina Shibagaki. Okay. Erina, welcome. Tetsu Kimura. Yes. Naoya Ando. Naoya, welcome. Yumeno Noda. Welcome, Yumeno. Mako Kijima. Masato Sako. Okay. I think all of them are in the graduate program. Some are second year, some are first year. Is that correct? Everybody's M1, M2. Yes. So they have already begun the workshop, and they'll complete it when they are in Lithuania. And next we have the professor from Tokyo University, architect Manabu Chiba, to give us a word. Manabu Chiba-san? No break. You must speak. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, this is Manabu Chiba, and I'm very welcome to Japan. And actually, I joined second, third, and fourth EAST-EAST, but I'm really disorganized, so I couldn't find any photos of Lithuania. Please next. So I asked Zorak-san to send some record book of this EAST-EAST, and I found the EAST second. But I couldn't find myself here. Actually, Tezuka-san said that I didn't join. I didn't go to Lithuania. But actually, I did. I went. But maybe I arrived a little bit later, or I left earlier.
You left earlier.
I don't remember. But you can see this panel is my work. So I'm not there, but actually I joined. So please, next, please. So this is the project that I presented as on the EAST-EAST second. And then this is called Studio Gotenyama. It was completed in 2006. And then this is the window of the housing complex for rent. And basically this window is like a kaleidoscope to reflect the very small in-between space that you can find all over in Tokyo. Next, please. And this is the Studio Gotenyama. So at that time, I was, of course, young and energetic. So, and then I was quite jealous that the city was quite beautiful. And then, so my focus was how I can present the identity of the city of Tokyo through the design of architecture. So that's why I was very much concentrate on the, even though the building are not so beautiful as Kaunas, but I basically focus on that window, try to show the beauty of those in-between space. But this is my recent work. 13 years passed, and I became old, and I became a little bit gentle. So actually, this is the private residence for my father, but for myself too. And the reason why I designed this house is because my father became very old, and I have to take care of my father. So that's why I finally decided to build my house to take care of my father. And also, this is located in Tokyo, but I try not to focus too much on the window or too much on the kind of interaction between the neighbors. Basically, try to make this house much smaller than the neighbors. Try to not to affect the sunlight of the neighborhood. Next, please. And basically, try to use the vernacular wooden structure houses, structure system, and try to create kind of a private residence, but in a way, private for myself, but also some take care, kind of nice distance with my father. So I think in the second EAST-EAST second, I was quite focused on what is the identity of Tokyo, or what was the difference, or what is the uniqueness of Tokyo. And but recently, this kind of aging, or how you take care of your family, this kind of thing, maybe something that we can share, and maybe everybody can discuss. So I hope that this coming event will be quite successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, he has become old and gentle. Yes. But he has always been like this, so I don't think you've changed so much. No. Okay, now we have on the Lithuanian side, the curator, Jautra Bernataitė, to present.
Good evening, my name is Jautra Bernataitė, and I'm an architect and leading partner from Office de Architectura that is based in Kaunas, the second largest city of Lithuania. And I had a great opportunity to participate in EAST-EAST5 Students Creative Workshop in 2013. And my memories about the students' workshop are inexhaustible, and undoubtedly this experience gave me a broader perspective about our cultures and collaboration, teamwork. And I had a great chance to learn about the similarities and differences in working culture, in attitude, how Japanese architects look to the details, and with this poetic and sensitive sense. I'm a great fan of Japanese architecture, and it's my second time in Japan, and I hope it's not the last one. Our theme during the workshop was meeting points, city and river, and generally related to the problem of the city even today. There is like a weak contact between city and river because of a huge road, I would say highway, that divides our city from the river. And Kaunas is at the confluence of two largest rivers of Lithuania. And we are still lacking this connection with the urban body and nature. But some small steps are made, and recently the Science Museum is under construction in the island of the river, and a new residential district is under construction in the other side of the river. So hopefully we will meet nature and the city will come closer to the river. Well, there were 11 Lithuanian students and 8 Japanese students attending the workshop, and 4 teams were assembled in order to mix nationalities and schools as much as possible. And we spent approximately 3 days and nights working and living together, sharing the ideas and having good conversations and learning from our tutors. And today I'm here again. After 9 years, I was invited by Gintaras to curate the catalogue of EAST-EAST5. So I'm very thankful for all the team from Japanese and Lithuanian side for this opportunity to come back here again and to be a part of this. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Yontra. We'll continue with a couple more of the participants. Next we have Takaharu Tezuka, who has participated in 2 and 3, I believe. Okay.
Hello everybody, nice to be back in situation. We can travel around again. And this month, I went to 4 countries already. I went to Croatia, and Italy, and India, and Singapore. And now I'm back to Tokyo. It's wonderful. And seeing just Lithuania, that I feel like I'm going around 6 countries in a month. And seeing the picture, I'm surprised. I'm so obvious. And people may think I'm wearing the same T-shirts. It's not true. And it's washed. Not only washed, I have more than 100 of this, so it's clean. Don't worry about it. And the different brand. That is Nobel. This is Nike. It's washed away. But by the way, I'm here to show some slides. Is it moving? Could you move it again? Because it's too noisy. Could you tone down a little sound? Okay. Yeah, but people think I'm donuts architect. So everybody asks me to make a donut all over the place in the world. But I have other merchandise. But always I have to show this because people think, people ask me to make a donuts. But that is true. It's true that this project made me quite international. You can see that the kids running around. I think you know this project. I think just Japanese people are reluctant about this project, or you don't want to see this anymore. But then you can see that this is spontaneous movement happening on top of the roof. It's not happening only on top of the roof, and just happening underneath the roof. And there's no boundary between outside, inside, and between the classrooms. But I think it's enough for this. And next slide, please. Next slide, please. Oh, not this one, okay. And I'm showing the latest project. We won WA prize and World Exchange Festival in Lisbon. And this is a church dedicated for the person, pastor called John Nijima, who established 2 universities in Japan, Tosha and Ishiyu, and also one college. And this is named John Nijima College. And we use the story of the Eden Garden. The reason why I'm using this story is that I want to leave something for the future. You know that in Japan, and modern architecture is remaining just only 20 or 30 years. These days, still we are destroying a nice piece of work, not only the old ones, and also the beautiful modern architecture, by Kenzo Tange, Kikudake, and I'm really surprised. So how we can remain, as an architect, or how we can leave something for behind. So we said this story. And the story of this college is about Eden. John Nijima put the seed on the ground, and it became a tree, and eventually became a forest, and it became a college. And the students get forbidden fruit, and they get knowledge and exiled to outside. Okay? So that is what we did, and then from inside, how did you know? I want next slide. And this inside like this, and you get the light, natural light coming through outside. And the next slide, please. Next slide. Yes. And the nice thing about this project is that as you go where we will go, all the light follows as you are in the forest. Next one, please. Yeah. And there's a nice piano, and I really worry about the acoustic, and each panel is inclined, so that we can make a best acoustic. And next one, please. Slide. This video, yes, it's moving. No sound? System is moving. And you can see the change of light. And I spend a lot of my time with my piano. After long years, after long years, and I started doing other things, and cooking, not only cooking, and also pianos, and writing stories. And architecture is not just only constructions. And I realized that it's a collection of many events happening in this world. And I think that is only one way to leave something for the future. And when you look at the old city in Lithuania, it's not only architecture, you see the culture behind. You can see what was going on behind it. So I think that's the most important thing we are trying to do. These days, we are learned as a modern architect, we are not supposed to do something, decoration, some kind of artwork. But for me, there is no difference between artwork and architecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Always energetic. If you followed Tezuka-san on the Facebook, he was climbing the wall somehow with hands and legs like this, and very interesting architect. We have a late arrival, and we're coming to the last but not least, the architect who participated in EAST-EAST2 as the leader of the group, Mr. Riken Yamamoto, who has been busy and now is off work, and he's here to give us some words. Mr. Yamamoto. He was in EAST-EAST2 and also in Tokyo 3 as exhibitor.
Okay, I'm sorry. I arrived here. And I'm sorry, but I don't know this situation. Mr. George Kunihiro come. He called me. But I don't know what kind of symposium now I am. And, but when it's 10 or more than years ago?
2009.
It means that
13
years ago. I visited Lithuania with you. That's right. Okay. Nice to meet you. And George Kunihiro. And I enjoyed it very much at that moment. Thank you very much at that moment. I enjoyed Lithuania and Mr. Ambassador. And Kamaita. And I'm sorry, so I don't know today's symposium, the direction, and maybe future relation to Lithuania and Japan. And but unfortunately, I have no project in Lithuania, and I just finished my project in Switzerland, in Zurich. This is the complex building, just close to the airport, international airport in Zurich. And this is the very strange experience I have. It's about 11 years or 12 years ago. It's a very big competition, international competition. Fortunately, I got the project. And already 12 years. Last year, end of last year, it is completed.
But unfortunately, we have no big party, opening party, because of this corona situation. But I have the very interesting experience. This project is very big, 270,000 square meters. They're really big. And I designed only Riken Yamamoto office design test, all of them. It's really strange for me if in Japan it's divided many places, but this is only one architect besides such kind of the project. And the meeting system with airport company is a very deep meeting from the early time to the end of this project. Every time, and the CEO and the board member come together. I explain, and also they explain me what kind of the architecture they would like to make. And this is also very different from Japan. In Japan, and not only such kind of big project, I have meeting only the, how to say, is very lower, how to say, as a company as like a pyramid in Japan. And the lower part of the person is my communication for making this structural architecture. For instance, I've never seen the top of the pyramid. But this is very, very different. It's they trust me as an architect. That's I amazed such kind of that situation. In Japan, they mean sometimes government will hanabi.
I set it up actually. Yeah. It's for the baseball game, after the baseball game. No, you are more interesting, yes.
Anyhow, I will show you this. There are only 5 images. This is from the right side is the airport, just close to the airport. And this is the entrance. And this is the traffic, many traffic come to this place, the tram, bus, and very easy to go to the center of the Zurich, only 15 minutes. And close to this place is the Cloten city. And this is located at the Cloten city, Cloten town, not big city. And I have communicated with the mayor of the Cloten city. This is a part of the Cloten people. Cloten people use this the building. This is kind of community building. And also that many tourists will come. And this is open to 24 hours, not closed facility. Anyone can go inside 24 hours. This is also very different from Japanese project. Around this, there are many facilities, but mostly it's closed in the night time, even the public building. But this is not public building, it's belong to Zurich Airport Company, but very similar to the meaning of public, and open to 24 hours. Is it really, do you believe that? This is there are many brand shop, restaurant, and convention hall, and also hospital. And it's complex. Maybe if Japanese government or the company makes such kind of the building, it's not close, maybe 10 o'clock in the night. I don't know. So this is open to the city people. And next, please. Okay, thank you. This is the Central Plaza. This is called Gasse, a narrow street in German. This is only 8 meters width, and the height is almost 40 meters. In between there is a glass roof, covered by glass roof, but this is in the gap, so the rain and the snow will come down. And no air conditioning in place. Switzerland is in the winter is very cold, but it is open. And there are many shops and restaurants. And this is the shop, but this owner, tenant, used the empty box, and they put the floor and elevator and the steps inside, like a city. So this is very similar to the city. Next, please. This is the main plaza, covered by also this glass roof. With Omega and BMW and many shops and restaurants. This is the department store. This is a hamburger shop. Next, please. There is the opposite side from the airport. This is the natural hill. We should keep this natural hill. And the shape is like a banana. So against natural hill, I put many fragments, like many small boxes. Consists of many small boxes, and there are many terraces. And here is the hotel and hospital, and this is used for the office people and the restaurant. And the situation is very different for the airport side and natural hill side. Next, please. This convention hall. All this structure is prefabricated material. This is 1,500 people possible together. It's possible to divide 3 parts. And like a, like a cathedral. And this structure is the same as the. This is interior, but here is consists of this such kind of prefabricated material. All this building is the prefabricated material that is constructed. That's 5 images. So you see, I would like to say that Japan's construction way, how to develop project, and Europe. I think not only Switzerland, or maybe Lithuania and other countries very similar. Japan's situation is very not so good for an architect. So today I would like to know more from you, European people, as how to say, the democracy. To make the building is something like a democracy is the most But in Japan, it's a very dangerous situation. so I insist this kind of situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. He is actually very much, he's the activist, architect activist of Japan, especially in the sort of a major architect. He's always fighting the government, like what he was saying about democracy, and he's written a book about it, and you are still fighting. You are a fighter. Little bit fighter. Getting a little bit gentle. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Please give a hand to Mr. Yamamoto. At this moment, we have still a little bit more time, so I'd like to pose a question to young architects, Japanese architects. As you heard from some of the architects that have been up here, who has participated in past events, they don't remember. They say, oh, I was there, I was not there. So the memory fades, really. And because this is 20-year tradition now. And of course, many things happen to us. And now, today, the young architects, the 30th generation, the 40th generation is going to carry this tradition. We hope that you will do. You will be here. Nishida-san, you'll be here when you're 65 or something. I'm 71, so anyways, I'd like to bring the mic over to some of the young architects to sort of give sort of a comment on this old architects and this tradition. What it's like, your reaction, because you'll be doing this this year. Yeah? Shingo-san.
Hi, my name is Shingo, and first of all, I'm very honored to be participating in this team, EAST-EAST5, and what should I say? Well, like few days ago, I've joined the midterm review, and it was the city from the presentation was fantastic, and I'm just thrilled to be there. And I think the comments were a bit not precise in a way, because I don't know any context about Lithuanian counts, and so I hope to see all the works. Are they going to be like? Are they working still on the projects? Okay, then yeah, I'm so excited to see the further investigation about Britannica and the effect of the design of Britannica for the city.
Okay, thank you. Now I'd like to bring the mic to Suzuko Yamada.
Thank you for inviting me to this fantastic opportunity. So I participated some exhibition in the other countries, but this is the first time in Rio I can go to the place I will exhibit my work and have some chance to communicate with the people in Lithuania. So it's really, I'm really looking forward to do that. So thank you so much. And hi.
Thank you. We're excited that you are going to be participating. Thank you so much. I bring the mic to Eri-san. Okay. Anything. Especially comment on the old people. Yeah. Because you will be old in 30 years. So,
okay.
Just
oh my gosh. How can I say that? Hi, I'm Eri. So today I'm so sorry for late tonight. I'm so busy. Women. Okay. Yeah. So actually, I had already participated in online workshop last week. Yeah. Do you remember me? Yeah. So I have a dream to design architecture in overseas in my future. So actually, I have experience to work in New York City for just only 1.5 years. But so I'm so excited, and I'm looking forward to make the new friends, with a foreigner, the architecture field. So and next month I'm going to visit the Lithuania. So please talk to me. Feel free and make some new friends. Okay, so I'd like to say my gratitude to invite me tonight. Yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, young architects. So now the time has come to the closing moment of this EAST-EAST mini review. And I'd like to really introduce the important architect and the person who really made this event official is the immediate past president of Japan Institute of Architects, Masaharu Rokushika, who has put the stamp of approval to make this happen. So please, the closing word for you. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to Japan. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you on behalf of all the members of JIA for your great intentions and also for your great effort for making this coming true. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, during my tenure, this event didn't happen. Although I had a 6-year tenure here. But so I don't know Lithuanian names so well. But I know 2 Lithuanian names. One is Arūnas Bizokas. Have you heard of him? The other one is Edita Daniutu. Oh, you know? Great, great. Do you know who they are? They were once world champion of ballroom dancing. Oh. By the way, ballroom dancing is a sort of a symbol of equal partnership of men and women, right? And gender equality, it seems to me, is a sort of a very important part of EDI, right? Equity, diversity, and inclusion. In SDGs words, it's sort of no one should be left behind. Right? It's a very important social value and social goal now. And today I'm a little bit pleased to find that there are more female participants and delegates for this program than ever before. Is that right? Right. Unfortunately, Japan is enjoying a little bit bad reputation among OECD nations about that aspect. But I think Japan is now improving steadily for that social goal. Right? But today I have to talk about the other social goal that is very important for architects. As you know, climate action for environmental sustainability And as you might have already experienced this year, climate change has caused a lot of trouble in all over the world, like heat wave and drought in Europe, and much rain and flooding in Japan. And rain and flooding, and also earthquake and tsunami are two major sources of disasters in Japan. And as Mr. Ashihara talked about the great disaster after East Japan earthquake in 2011, we all remember that. And actually in that year, we all had UIA World Congress. And Ken Yokogawa, Taro Ashihara, George Kunihiro were really working hard for making that realized. And as, again, Ashihara said, in that year, they came up with a very nice declaration for all the architects. So let me close this closing remarks with that words. For all human lives, environment, cities, and architecture, and also culture and heritage, we architects must get together and go hand in hand beyond disasters through solidarity towards sustainability. Thank you very much. And good luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Rokushita. Wonderful, wonderful. So this comes to time to conclude this mini review, and it's been wonderful to be reunited. Some of the alumni of this event, and also the new group who will carry this tradition beyond, and of course students. Now we're going to have a group photo as we close this session. So first of all, let's just clap our hands to congratulate all of us. All right, so let's take a photograph. How we do this, Yumi-san? Okay, so can you all come up to the front, and we'll have the photo session very quickly. Okay, get us in the middle, Sato-san, please, and of course you are included. And okay. Okay. Hey, thank you very much.
Say something.
Yay!
That's much right. Okay.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, everybody. Okay. See you in Kaunas.